Hello, 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 hello. Let me know if everything is working as it should. I'm just trying to do something here, trying to, go live and try to show you something, but I need to be sure that everything is working, perfectly. We're going to be installing a wireless LAN card on this PC, but I need to give some time for the stream to populate, and thereafter we can, begin to. Okay, this doesn't work. Okay, just trying to check. Okay, that works. I can actually switch between, me talking to you guys, which is something I would also like to have, and also switch back to me showing you guys. What about the vertical stream? I do not know how that's currently right now. Everything is so different now. So first thing we have to do is to kind of check how things works around here, and then we can begin to start cooking. All right, there's a lot to talk about today, and first of all I just have to be sure that everything is working as intended. All right, okay, this seems to be working. Just going to drag that to the side. All right, if this works, then I don't think I need to have this on. Let's see. All right, the vertical videos I kind of on the side, but that doesn't really matter. The main thing that matters is that it's kind of new from YouTube. The main thing that matters is that whenever I show the images of the PC or whatever I'm doing with the PC, that is clearly showing up on the vertical stream, and this is exactly good. That's what I was trying to, you know, to check that this PC is correctly showing on the vertical stream, because if that is not the case, I think YouTube will have to change something at some point, because if I'm basically, streaming on horizontal mode, but then YouTube is trying to create, a vertical, a vertical version of this horizontal stream, perhaps for the, the YouTube short feed. This is a very important feature. This is beautiful, but then that's not important. What's important today is that I'm going to be showing you all how you can actually go ahead and install a wireless LAN card on your desktop PC. See, this works for any kind of desktop PC. It doesn't matter if it's pretty much any kind of desktop PC. All right, but the main thing is that your desktop PC has to have, a PCI slot, because without that, there's just no way, for you to install this. But there's pretty much no desktop PC these days that doesn't have a PCI slot. But then I'm just going to walk you through how I, ended up installing, a wireless LAN card on this PC. This is a Dell Precision 3650, and yes, I did install a wireless LAN card on it, and it makes sense to kind of show you guys. If you are there right now, please go ahead and let me know that you're already in the comment. You are in the live stream. Comment on the comment section. It could just be an emoticon. Send something. Let me know even where you are watching from. All right. As soon as I can confirm that the stream is okay, that the audio, everything is fine, then we are going to start, going into this. How do I even check who is online on this stream? Don't know how to check that. Let me try to see if on OBS I can actually check that. Who is. Mm, There seems to be no way to be able to see who is on the stream, but ideally there should be a way to see that. there should be a place that tells you who is on the stream, how many people are viewing, and stuff like that. I can't tend to see that. If you know how I can actually see that, please let me know in the comment section, and that will be kind of helpful. I'm still getting used to this whole OBS live streaming thing, and sometimes it's kind of a little bit when you log on to your YouTube studio to OBS, then you have quite a lot, on the screen. I want to say a big shout out to those that stream like all day long. Of course, the more you do these things, the more you get used to exactly, how everything works. All right. But for me, given that I don't stream all the time, but I would like to start, streaming once in a while now, because sometimes it's just so convenient to just go on live, show whatever you want to show without thinking of, making a dedicated video, try to edit them, which kind of takes a lot of time. And typically, if you don't have a lot of time, then it might be a little thing. All right. So this is exactly what we are going to be doing today. I can't seem to see anybody on the stream, and I'm still going to kind of wait concurrent viewers. Okay, views. I've not seen anything like that. I'm still trying to see chat rate, concurrent viewers, stream settings, current viewers. It only shows current viewers one. I wouldn't know who that is. But if you are that one person, please go to the comment section and give me a thumbs up. Let me see if everything is fine. Can you hear me? Is the microphone working? This is basically what I want to confirm. Although I can also do that confirmation from my YouTube channel, which is kind of log into another channel to see if the stream is live, but would have been viewer activity, stream health, analytics, current viewers, concurrent viewers. Okay, so far I don't see anybody, chatting on the stream, but doesn't stop us from actually, going ahead to do what we have to do today. Like I said, I'm going to be installing a wireless LAN card. That was a nice picture to show to you guys. I'm going to be installing a wireless LAN card on this PC right here. It's a Dell Precision 3650, decent PC, excellent condition. But I just wanted somebody, at least one person, to be on the stream so that it can kind of be like an interactive session. Of course, I'm not going to wait here all day long, but as soon as somebody joins, we are going to start cooking. And if somebody doesn't join in the next 20 seconds, we are ultimately also going to start rolling. In any case, I think it's a good time to start. Guys, welcome once again to my channel. If you are joining for the first time, Hardware Money here. I have an online shop where you can actually go ahead and buy different kind of PCs, desktop PCs, laptops, small form factor PCs, mini PCs. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you, or in this live stream, I'm kind of used to saying in this video, but in this live stream, I'm going to be showing you exactly how, you can install a wireless LAN card on your PC. All right. If you have a desktop PC, this video is going to help you, tell you exactly step by step what you need to do to make that possible. Right here, I have, a TP-Link 300 Mbps wireless LAN adapter. You see, this is not a particularly very expensive product. If you go onto Amazon, you should be able to see this for cheap, but I wouldn't know how it looks right now because in the last times we've been having serious problems, getting IT hardwares. RAM sticks have been difficult to get. Um, SSDs, doesn't matter if it's SATA or NVMe SSDs, they have been difficult to get. And just last week, I did try to buy this wireless LAN adapter, but it was a little bit difficult, the delivery. I kind of blame that on Christmas, and the New Year festivities. So many sellers perhaps are on holiday, and because of that, they are not shipping out stuff and things are kind of delayed. But in any case, I'm still going to leave a link to this particular product in the description. Feel free to check it out. You're thinking of, putting a wireless LAN adapter on your PC because you, for one reason or the other, are tired of using cables, and you also feel like you do not want to use a USB a USB stick. This is one product that I have found to work very well. I've used it, several occasions. Never ever had problems with it. And if I have the option of installing a wireless LAN card today on any desktop PC, this is the first thing, my first product of choice. It's not sponsored. This video is not in any way, sponsored by TP-Link, but I feel like if it is something I have used and has worked very well for me, I can equally, just, show you guys, tell you guys about it. And this is a cheap product, and cheap doesn't necessarily mean low quality. It's very well built, solid design. And as we open this product, you're going to be able to see what I am talking about. The beautiful thing about this thing is, yeah, it's very well sealed, and so you do not have to be worried if you, yes, this knife kind of does this all the time. You see, I've always saying to myself, I have to change it each time I want to bring it out, to just open up something. I have to always, first fight with it. But luckily for me, yes, now it opens up. And if you go ahead to open this product, what you are going to be getting in the box is pretty much, wireless LAN adapter, just like you have right there on the picture. You're going to be, I've never ever read these things myself. You're going to be getting this small paper, kind of like showing you exactly what to do. That's the antenna, and you're going to be getting two, antennas on this particular box. Beautiful thing, like I said, is that you can also use this particular wireless LAN adapter, for a small form factor PC. If your PC, like the Dell Optiplex 7020 small form factor, you can actually use this. All you have to do in this case is that this bracket, you have to change it. I'm going to show you shortly, because the bracket that is originally on the wireless LAN adapter is a full profile bracket. And if you have to, install this on a small form factor PC, this is where you have to actually, unscrew that. But luckily for us today, this Dell Precision is a full profile, bracket. So we do not really need to change anything. That's the stuff right there I was talking about. The second antenna, and these are just packaging, which I find to be very, very good. And once again, an additional, you know, um, kind of a user manual telling you what to do. You don't really need to read this. And this, I still do not know why these people still keep including this. This is pretty much nobody uses CD anymore to install software. Most times these things are plug and play. And so what you want to do is to first of all take out the wireless LAN adapter from the packaging, and this is exactly how it looks. The wireless LAN adapter, beautiful design, and you have there, the two antenna ports where you can actually go ahead and plug in your antenna, and it looks exactly like it. You want to be careful with it. You do not want it to fall down, because if it falls down and gets crashed or broken, I'm not so sure if it's going to work, because this is going to kind of destroy it. So you want to handle it, with care before you go ahead to mount it, on your PC. This is a PCIe, you know, um, lesson adapter. This is exactly how the antenna is going to be screwed behind it, but we are going to definitely, get there. So next thing you want to do now is to bring your PC. Like I said, it's a Dell Precision 3650. Just want to be sure that this is actually, yes, I think it is, but give me 1 minute to confirm that. Yes, it's a Dell Precision 3650, and this is how the back of the PC actually looks right now. We do not have a graphic card installed. We also do not have anything pretty much installed behind. So all the PCI slots are still very much free. We're going to be taking a look at the inside soon. But the first thing you want to do is to open your PC. You see, if you have a Dell Precision PC like this, exactly how you go about opening it. Right there in front of it is a screw that you have to take out, but your particular PC might be different. But in many cases, opening a PC is pretty much an easy thing to do. Do not need any specialized knowledge, except that this particular PC here, the first time I did try to open it, I also had some challenges, because it was just a different design. It wasn't typical of the Dell Precisions or the Dell Optiplex PCs. But in any case, now the PC is opened. this is exactly how it looks if you have this kind of PC. But if once again you have another kind of PC, I'm just going to show you what you should look out for, from the inside of your PC. As soon as you've opened the PC, I think, yes, this particular PC, let's just take a look and see how it goes in case you happen to have this kind of PC. Exactly, this is exactly how it looks in the inside. All right, that's the main board, and these are the PCI slots. Especially this one here is what's going to be of interest to us. I'm just going to take that back so that you see exactly what I mean. All right. So if I had a graphic card to install on this PC, I would have put it, here on the PCIe, 4 by 16. This is basically where I would have put, my graphic card. All right. But because I also have, I just have a wireless LAN adapter to install, I necessarily do not have to put it here. I'm going to watch out for this PCIe slot. This is the 4.1, 25 watts, and I'm going to try to install mine here. See, your own design might be different, but it's pretty much almost the same thing. So you might just want to watch out for the smallest PCIe slot. This is exactly where I am going to be installing, this wireless LAN adapter. See, before I can do that, there's a bracket, this behind the PC. I'm just going to show you how you need to take out this blends. I don't know what kind of can call it a bracket. I'm going to take it out exactly at the point where I would love to install my PCIe, my wireless LAN card. So I'm going to take the wireless LAN card, you know, and align it on the PCIe slot, and I want to push it down gently. This is exactly how it should look if you have actually, placed it correctly. Just gonna stop that exactly. If you've placed correctly, it should actually look like this. You want to push. If you look at the PCIe slot, there's actually a little notch just like that. And on the wireless LAN card, there's also a kind of a hole. You want to align that to make sure that it goes into the notch. And the brackets should normally, face the back. I'm still going to show you exactly. If you have put it in, it should actually be like this, which is the antennas, come out to the back. There's just no way you can flip it around, because if you flip it around, it's also not going to go into the PCI slot. So in any case, there's just one way, to put it. And if you've done that, it's just going to look like this, right? That is the picture from the inside. So what you want to do now is to go ahead and close your PC. If you have a Dell Precision, once again, you are pretty much going to close it just like this. All right. And if you have any other kind of PC, yes, you have to figure out how that is closed. And at the end, you now have to go ahead and make sure you screw on your wire, the antennas that comes, with the with the wireless LAN card. See, if you do not put the antennas, it's still going to work, but you might just get very weak signals. So the best thing you want to do is to make sure that you have the antennas put in, and then you pretty much want to screw both of them. Otherwise, you might be having a situation where your internet signals, they are not strong enough. So if you've done that, it should basically be something like this. If you want to leave it straight, that will not be good enough, because it can easily be broken if somebody wants to go through the back of the PC. So your best bet is to position it like this. And in this case, this is also how it should look from the other side. And thereafter, you want to go ahead and actually, test your PC. All right. Okay, so I just went ahead, I packed everything up, just to preserve it for next time. But then if you go ahead and switch on your PC, you are definitely going to get, you click, go on the internet menu. This is the icon for the internet. You click on it, and then you'll be taken to, you have the possibility of seeing, all the internet available, VLAN networks that you have, right? If you do not see anything here, perhaps you want to check that the wireless LAN card is actually working properly. But ideally, if everything is fine, you plug in your wireless LAN card on your PC and you click on the internet icon just like it shows here, this one right here. You should be able to, what is it? I'm just going to go there. Yes, you click on that. You should be able to click on this particular arrow here. A long time ago, it was kind of difficult. I didn't know that you needed to click this. It might be a little bit tricky for some people, but then you click on this icon here. It shows you this display. You still have to click on the arrow there, and that gives you all the available networks that you have. See, if you click on any of these, which is the network that, it's your network, you don't want to go ahead and try different password on your neighbor's network. It's not going to work. You want to select your own network and go ahead and put in, your password and then click on connect. Ideally, if you have set up everything very well and your router is not like 200 meters away from, you know, your PC, you should be able to have very good, signal. And you can go ahead to test that the internet is working. Open a browser, type on Google or YouTube or whatever it is, Facebook. You can even go ahead and type on my YouTube channel and, like and subscribe. That is just on the lighter side. But then this is exactly how you can install the wireless LAN card on your desktop PC. Like I said, the method is actually the same if you have, a small form factor PC, but this is not going to work on a mini PC. Although I understand that there are some mini PCs that also have a PCIe slot like a Lenovo Think Center M920Q. I haven't tried it myself, but ideally, most of the mini PCs, the good mini PCs, they already have inbuilt in them, wireless LAN adapters. So you do not need to do this. Is for actually a PC that doesn't have, wireless LAN adapter inbuilt in it. This is going to help you if you are saying to yourself, I do not want cables anymore, I'm done with cables. It's just kind of so complicated to begin to connect cables, from the router, wherever. This is one quick solution that you can actually go ahead to implement. Of course, this is not the only solution. You could also decide to do it, with a USB stick, which is kind of cleaner and easier because in this case, you do not need to open your PC. All you have to do, take up your USB dongle, the USB VLAN stick, and just plug it on a USB port on your PC, and you are already good to go. Plug it on and then go to this place and do the same, which is also click on the internet icon, select the network that is yours, and then put in your password, and that's pretty much all that is to be done. Guys, I hope this video helps you. I'm still going to go ahead and post on my channel just like the video without me talking if you prefer to watch that, but this is exactly me trying to interact with you guys. I was really thinking that there will be somebody on the live stream that's going to see that, but in any case, if you're going to be watching at a later date, please ensure to be subscribed to the channel, click on the like button. Until I see you again, peace.